Lunchtime. What's the matter? You don't like the Patriots? You must not like winning then. But I digress. Welcome to my kitchen, friends. I want to talk to you about the 3 key ingredients to guitar playing. These are 3 things that you must have, not just to be a great guitar player, but to be a great musician. I kind of already knew about them through my trials and tribulations coming up as a young lad, learning to play Smoke on the Water to where I've come to today, which if I had to measure, I started here, I'm right here, and I still have to go to here. But there are some things that you need to keep in mind, and like I said, these 3 things were reminded to me by Paul Reed Smith himself in a video that I did earlier this year.
All right, so let me do something serious for a minute.
Please.
What are the 3 parts of music?
Ear training, improvising, and songwriting.
All right, good. And the way we teach it, those are good.
Okay.
Rhythm, harmony, and melody.
So I wanted to expand on what I think these 3 things mean and how I think you can approach them in your practice. We'll start with the most important ingredient, rhythm. You can actually do without harmony and melody. Consider drums or any type of beat. However, if you switch it around and have great harmony or a great melody but poor rhythm, neither of those things will be conveyed effectively. So you can practice rhythm in a variety of ways, but I prefer throwing the metronome to the side. Metronome. And having some type of musical element to keep things fresh and fun, such as a looping pedal or a backing track. You still have to keep yourself accountable to stay in time and not get too far off into the guitar ozone. But it's not a bad thing to have fun when you practice. I think a lot of people don't practice because they think you have to sit down just yourself with a metronome and a piece of sheet music going click, click, click. That sounds terrible and nobody wants to do that. Nobody's telling you to do that. But understand that rhythm is the most important ingredient in guitar playing or any other music. Second thing on our list of ingredients, harmony. Now, we're not talking about a utopia where humans live in harmony, although you can think of it like that if humans are notes. We all want to be happy and nice to each other, but there's some times where we're gonna clash. While both things are inevitable, luckily in the world of music, you can control what happens and control when it happens. It's kind of like you are a god and you can control your own little human planet on your fretboard. So harmony is, in a nutshell, the relationship between intervals at once. So not necessarily melodic intervals where it's like a single melody line, but harmonic intervals, meaning stacked notes on top of each other. Harmony is the cornerstone of music theory. So when I went to Berklee College of Music, I took harmony level 1 through 4. Harmony is kind of like in a painting, it's all the grass and the sky and the mountains. And that is like the big picture. That's what you see from afar. It's really when you get close that you understand the melodic things happening. The third ingredient, which we'll get to momentarily, harmony is where a lot of guitar players especially start with their songwriting. Come up with a chord progression and then things happen around that chord progression. It's a great way to start. There's no right way to start writing a song or writing music, but I think the important thing to understand about harmony is that there is so much of it out there that can change with just one tiny adjustment of a note here and there. That's where the understanding of music theory, mainly intervals, comes into effect. Finally, we come to our last ingredient in our cookbook, melody. Melody is the thing that you remember in music. It's pretty simple. Any guitar solo or lead vocal line, that is a melody. If it has lead associated with the part, then that is most likely a melody. crafting melodies first depends on your understanding of harmony because, again, it comes back to the intervals, understanding which note does what over which chord, but also the melodic rhythm. Remember, all these ingredients are working together, so you can have a really boring melody that's like, but if you change the melodic rhythm where it's like, same notes, different amount of beats applied to those notes. So that is just a very basic example, but having a sense of melody is one of the things that's the most difficult to teach someone, but it also is the one thing that really differentiates us from each other as musicians. You know how you can tell when Steve Vai is playing the guitar? Sure, his tone will give it away, but his melodic choices, those things really stick out, and it all comes back full circle to having that rhythmic foundation, having the harmony that is chosen to paint on top of with a melodic statement. Rhythm, harmony, melody, learn those three ingredients, practice them. I'm still practicing them. I'm never gonna stop. None of us should. I hope this message finds you well, guys. And until next time, keep shredding.